Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's doing good. Welcome back to my stream. Happy Sunday. I know to some that watch my stream, it might be Monday already. But welcome in anyway, whatever time zone you're in. I'm in a pretty good mood today. Even though last time, I think like a couple of days ago, I kind of rage quit after AI kind of screwed up a bunch of stuff. And you know how sometimes like you're on the phone and I just have a weird feeling that the phone listens to you. And so I got recommended a channel that's called Rage Quit. I think it's called Rage Quit Gaming. Yeah, Rage Quit Gaming. And I just thought it was hilarious because let me see if I can add it on here, because there's this creator that I watch. He does really cool videos where he travels and he lives in the, you know, like a lot of people now, they live in the in those camper vans. And I don't know, I just kind of enjoy that kind of content. And he goes to a lot of cool places. I think he was just in Iceland. He did a trip to Japan. Anyway, long story short, this is the video I was talking about. And it just kind of like the reaction is just so genuine. There's no way this is fake. Like, it's just not. I just gotta say, like, it's just and it made me laugh because, you know, like anytime you scare somebody, the reaction, it just I don't know. I know it might be mean, but I just find it hilarious. Watch this.
This is my man Trent, or known as the Fine Print on social. I was watching his stream and he wanted to get this game that was 20 bucks. I thought, why not just send it to him? Well, this is what happened.
Oh, it does have a connection to Resident Evil.
This is my man Trent, or known as the Fine Print.
Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. You know, I mean, there's just no way he's faking that. There's no way he's faking that. That is real. Anyway, he does have a channel. It's called Trent the Traveler. But I guess this is Rage Quit Gaming. You know, I should have just named my channel Rage Quit Development or something. I think that would have been a good name. But anyway, yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. It was pretty funny. The reaction to it was just, you know, it was just too genuine. There's no way that was not original.
This is my man Trent, or known as the Fine Print on social. I was watching his stream and he wanted to get this game that was 20 bucks. I thought, why not just send it to him? Well, this is what happened.
Oh, it does have a connection to Resident Evil.
This is my
Anyway, that's pretty funny. So like I said, let's get down to business. I thought it was hilarious. I've had my fun. I'm sure like he'll never watch my stream, but I think Trent, you're awesome, man. I like watching your channel. Anyway, let's get to it. No rage quitting today. Let's see what we can get done. Let me pull the latest here. Oh, the test branch. I don't think I have this test branch anymore. What can we do today? Let's see. Let's go to the application. I know that we needed to fix some shimmer components. So let's, I'm gonna work on that. Let's work on that. Let's see. Disallow. All right, so here's my app. And one of the things that I needed to fix was when I go to I need to fix my mouse. It's just, it lags a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna throttle this real quick so you can see. You see there's no gap between these components, and then there's a gap between these. So the task rows, we need to fix that. Let's bring that in. So let's create a new branch. Okay, check out me, and then D stands for branch. We're checking out a branch. Basically what checkout does get is that if the branch doesn't exist, it'll create it for you. Shimmer fixes. I always like to do this. All right, so now we should be in our new branch. Can you see? Shimmer fixes. All right, so now task list shimmer needs to be in the task list. Let's go look here. Task list, filters. Put it up here. We don't need to throttle it whenever it refreshes. I'm just refreshing myself. Man, what is going on? Why is this so slow? What did it say? We got 2 trigger happy. Oh, it's gonna say that because I haven't published. Wait, what is this? Live fixes. And then we can publish the branch. And obviously now it should probably say something like all up to date. Okay, that makes sense. I was confused. Anyway, all right, let's get it running here. And then while that's loading, let's look at the task list shimmer. So here it's gonna have array of 5, and then it has the shimmer. I think all we need to do is put like a little bit of padding, but I'm gonna figure out what that is on the original. We just gotta wait for it to start. Give it a few minutes for our Webpart to start loading. Right, so it looks like it's almost done. All right, here it is. You can see my shimmer component and then my comment, the shimmer component's on top, and you can see the original component the way it's supposed to look, right above each other. So now I need to adjust this by looking at what this looks like. The task row, it looks like it's part of the Flexbox, and Flexbox has a gap of 6 pixels. So now here, right here, gap of 16 pixels. So it looks like this is what we need to target. Right above section header. And then we have task row. Let's go look at it. So we have section shimmer, and then we have task row. So this needs a div. And obviously we're going to have to move this key out. And then I'm curious if, no, it was here. Do we have a task group in here? Let me see. Let's see. Apparently we do. So here we go. Gap is 10 pixels. So I'm assuming that should work. Let's see it refresh. Oh, that looks weird. Okay, so we don't need this here. Wait, shoot. Wait, I know what it is. The task row has orders, and it wasn't. This was the task row, and then the section header. Section group. Section group is the problem. The section group is the one that had gap of 6 pixels. Where's section group? The one that has a section header in it, which is the section shimmer. So this task list has a gap of 16 pixels. Then we have the section shimmer. Oh wait, this is because this, but this doesn't have a section group. This has a task list. And then a div above section header. This right here is what we need to do. Is it 6 pixels? I think it was 6 pixels. Yeah, 6 pixels. All right, let's see what that does. Oh, what in the world did I just do? Maybe instead of trying to do it the way that it's showing, I should just do the task row. Adding bottom 6 pixels. Or is it margin? Let's do margin. I am not a styles person. Margin. Okay, so maybe it's margin. All right, so let's get rid of what we just did. And then to the task row, margin bottom. Here's the task row. That looks way better. So now we can go ahead and get rid of that. And let's startle it so we can see it. Which we need to create one for all tasks as well. It looks way better. And you can see the gap in between the tasks. Very good. So we fixed that. Since we're doing several shimmer fixes, I think that I also need to fix. I think this one needs some fixing too, maybe. I think it looks good actually. I don't see an issue. All right. What do we work on next? I think we need to work on a loader for the tasks. For this up here. Because I'm not a big fan of the way this is currently loading. So here's what's going on. If I throttle, oh my god, this mouse. All right, so if I go to manage tasks, you can see that it only has this circle thing. Would be nice if it had, you know, like the whole layout, the way when I go to tasks, something like this, right? Like a little shimmer component to fill in while the Kanban board is loading. I think that's what I'm going to work on next. Since we're in the topics of shimmers right now, might as well get that part done. All right, so we have the task list shimmer. And obviously to save myself some of the usage, I'm gonna give it some context. So same as this, I wanted to go ahead and create the one for the Kanban board. Oh, this mouse is driving me nuts. All right. Okay. Similar to the shimmer for the tasks. Now let's give it here in the loading. Let's create a new file, and it's going to be called what should we call it? Let's just call it task home. And then before we do that, let's check in our changes. Fixed task list shimmer. Yeah. All right, so that's committed, and then we created these. All right, and now let's give it the components to look at. So the components to look at is going to be the task, not that, task home. We have the task home. Task home is going to include a category legend, progress bar, then we have task section, and then the task section has task items. All right, so the task home is part of, I believe the task home is part of site content or site panel layout, I believe. Okay, yep, site panel layout. Oh no, it's in a content area. Do I have to give it that though? Yes, I do, because I wanted to take where the task list shimmer is on it. Place it in the content area as a loader in the case statement. And then as finally, as always, ask any questions if you have any. And let's see what that does. Fingers crossed that it does a good job. Anyway, if you're interested in a Webpart to use in SharePoint and you want to give this one a shot, I'm almost done, and I want to put it out there that I'm going to be making it public so that if this is something that you find yourself maybe wanting to use, and help me test and, you know, reporting bugs you come across, I would greatly appreciate it. If you come across my YouTube channel, you can put on chat, and I'm also on Facebook. Oh, I'm not logged in. I thought I was. Oh wait, I know why. I'm in the wrong browser. Yeah, so right here. You can find me on Facebook, Trycatch Angler. I haven't changed it to Trycatch Development, which I need to. I used to be called Trycatch Angler because I was gonna make my my channel was gonna be more about fishing. I love to go fishing, kayak fishing to be exact, but I'm not a good fisherman. I can't catch a fish to save my life, so I decided to change it to something else. So now, since I mostly do development videos, I figured let me change it to development instead. Let me close this. Anyway, let's continue. What's it gonna do? Everything I need, no questions, the structure is clear. Let me build the shimmer. Okay, let's give it a shot. Once I can get this deployable, I think one of the first integrations that I'm going to be building is integration with Azure. I'm going to integrate with Azure first, Azure DevOps. And see if developers are interested in using this tool. So if you have if you're like working in a Microsoft shop, you could use this to your advantage, because it could help you integrate. Once it integrates with Azure DevOps, I think it's really good, because then you have integration with your code base, because that's where your repo can be, and then you can just handle all of your management of your tasks through this application, which this application does the whole focus session stuff. Build it real quick so it gets rid of that error. Sorry about that. All right. Oh shoot, wait. Let me throttle it. Okay, that looks cool. I think that looks good. Well, no, it doesn't. Ah, shoot. We need to fix it. All right, let's yeah, let's fix that shimmer component next. We'll give it an E for effort to AI. Let's see what it did. All right, so here we go. So to show it to us permanently, we're gonna bring the task home shimmer right above task home. So where's task home? Here's task home. And we're gonna go and put this in here. So instead of task home container, right above it, we're gonna add a React fragment. Move this into the container. And then we're gonna add task home shimmer. And so what this is gonna enable us to do is just see it permanently so that we can make the adjustments we need. You see, it just keeps it stuck there. The first issue, I see legend up here. So this is, I'm assuming, would be where the word legend appears. And then these would be our categories. So the first issue we have is we need to kind of put some space in between where the legend and those areas are. So here is our legend row. And then we have the shimmer, and then we have our legend items. Okay, so let's go to the component it created for us. So where's our legend? Task home. Here it is, legend row. So the legend row, I think what we need to do is add a div here. Wait. Let's go look at legend row. What did they add for legend row? My mouse is just not cooperating. Legend row. So if I go to legend row and I go to the flex and I do space in between, what does that do? Oof, no. That's what I was afraid of. I think the way to fix it is we need to add a div here and then move this array inside this div. And now we should be able to do that, I think. Oof, that So that div needs to have display flex on it. But we'll fix that next. So we have legend row and space in between. Good, that does that. And then inside of the legend row for this div, we need to put in display flex. Yep, that's what it was. So now you can see that we have the legend here to the left, and then we're gonna have our categories. But this kind of messed things up a little bit. So this is gonna be class legend items. Sure, legend items. Let's go with that. And then I think that with the display flex, I think we could put a gap maybe. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll work. We can go ahead and just do that. Maybe we could do 6 pixels. Let's do 8 pixels because that looks a little bit cleaner. So gap, 8 pixels. And let's see what that'll look like. What happened? Oh wait, did we? Oh, this is why. Justify content, space between. I forgot to put that on there, that's why. Bam, there we go. Perfect. Now, this is supposed to be where today is. I'm not a fan of that border. And then we're supposed to have a button called enter log point and then the caret down. But again, I don't like the way that looks because it doesn't look anything like this. So we're gonna fix that next. The progress bar. Let's get rid of the border. And we can get rid of the border radius. Align item center is okay. I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, it has the, what's the green? I think the green is adding. So it has a gap of 12. No, that's fine. Here you go, padding 812. Okay, so we need to get rid of padding, border, and border radius on the progress bar. Here's our progress bar. Padding, border, and border radius. Okay, that looks better. We need to fix this button, and we need to fix the way the height of this, or the width of this. So here's the progress bar divider. That's this right here, which is fine. Then after the divider, hey, what's up? Hope I'm not getting spammed. All right. so let's continue. So we have the divider, and then after the divider, we want to show the bar. We want to show this bar, the progress bar. The height, we have this to 6. What's the height of the bar down here? Let's find out. Looks like 17. So let's change this to 17. And then the width is 300. Let's try that. Okay, that looks a little better. But the width of it, I think I need to change the root here. Max width. And make that 300. Oh. Okay, that's good, but now I need to make some adjustments here. Because I need to move this and this to the end. Oh, wait. Wait. That could actually work. As you can see that this is kind of going to be that. But we just need to add the button to the right. Which that interlock point button needs to be updated. Let's have AI fix that for us. Oh, I think it's new. In the progress bar, let's use the more modern memory button, like the welcome card. And then let's give it the welcome card so it knows what we're talking about. And the welcome card. Gonna be line 186. And then we gotta find the progress bar. And that's going to be the interlock point. And as always, ask any clarifying. So now while that's doing that, continue what we were working on. Very good. This next shimmer, I think they all need to have the same height. So we were in the here we go. So this one needs to be changed to 12. And width, I'm thinking we should reduce that to say, let's reduce it by 10. It looks a little bit better. Why does it have, like, it seems smaller to me. The progress bar. So 36, 300. Oh, it needs, instead of 12, it needs to be 17. There we go. Yeah, that's way better. And now we need to add the button to the right. The official enter lock point button. So here, enter lock point button. Right, so the lock point border radius is 6 pixels. And then what's the height and width? (144 by 39). Up. Let's just make it 145 by 39. And obviously we're gonna have to move it to the right. So to move this to the right, we just have to put a float. I think it's a float. It needs to have its own div, obviously. Lock point button. That's called shimmer. What's float left? All right. Maybe let's try it like that. Oh, perfect. And then we need like a little carrot. I know where the icon is going to be for the carrot. And for that, I think we can just use this right next to it. And what was it set to before? I know it cannot be 7. Well, yeah, we can leave it like that. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that looks weird. What did I do? Lock point button. Oh, maybe I need to put display flex. Let's find out before I go and do all that mess. Here. Lock point button. Yeah, that'll work. Display flex. And then align items. There we go. And then we had align item center. And then I also need to put on the lock point button itself. Just put margin right. I don't know about 8, but let's find out. Oh, 4. I will make it 16. Or 16. So let's do margin right 16. And see what that looks like. Maybe it's supposed to be padding, right? Oof, that looks horrible. think that'll do it. What do you think? There's our button, and then there's our little icon down. And then I guess these could do a little bit of change. You see these? They're kind of all the way across. Which is not ideal. So here, this column header section. Column header. These two need to be adjusted, I think. What's the widest one? Let's go with this one. So it looks like it's 24 by 137. 24 by 137. What was the other component I just worked on? My brain is starting to malfunction. I was just literally working on another component. Oh, it was the tasks list shimmer. And then here, I believe I had put facts. Yeah, it's under styles. Okay, so under styles, we're here. Let's go with max width. What did I say it was? This 140. And then the height, we're gonna change it to 24. Height 24. And then the max width on the one right below it is going to be, it's about half, right? About half. So half of that would be 70. Those styles. Let's give that a shot and see what that looks like. Oof. Okay, so the top looks fine. The bottom, however, does not. What's the height of this? 16. So this one should be 16. I think that should fix it. What do you think? I think it looks good. I'm thinking it looks good. We can work with that. I think that will work. This is going to be the title of the task area. Obviously, we can't have it with these background colors because I do wonder though, would it look better without the background colors? Without this? On the progress bar too. Ooh, that looks weird. Wait, I'm taking off the wrong thing. Background. Do you think it looks cleaner? I'm thinking it might look cleaner without all that color. I wonder what does it look like on the like the Kanban board for DevOps. Because if the Kanban board for DevOps, it looks better. But I wonder if it has... Let's go to boards. And let's go to... Oh my god, this mouse. Oh yeah, it does have like a background. But it only has a background on the actual column, not everything. I'm gonna give it some thought. I just don't think that it's, I don't really think it's needed. Anyway, that's fixed too. I'm gonna keep that the way it is. I mean, it looks good to me. That's all that matters, right? If I get some feedback later on, once I get general usage on it, and they tell me, man, I don't like the way that looks, we could consider updating it. Let's go to task home and undo what we did. We should just be able to revert this. Yeah. I mean, it happens so fast, you don't even really see it. I just realized that. But I mean, let's just say you were on a mobile, which I have to probably address whether this should be mobile ready or not. I'm leaning against it. So see, this is what you would see when your task loads. But obviously it's so fast, you don't ever really see that. Watch. You see, it's just so fast at loading it that, I mean, is it a nice thing to have? Yeah, if there's ever an event where somebody has like a really slow internet connection, then they would see the loading component. But alternatively, they usually wouldn't, right? So, I mean, it's still nice to have. So again, well, it's only when I put 3G that you actually kind of see it. Nevertheless, that work is done. The next thing I want to work on is on the reports. I'm not a big fan of these reports. They look like crap. So, and then our settings could use a little bit of tweaking as well. So we have fixed tasks. You can slot it for about an hour. Wait, not fixed tasks, but fix reports. Gotta fix the reports. We would also probably need like a shimmer component for the reports. Reports. And that'll be probably programming as well. We'll figure it out later on in the week. We can go ahead and complete the streaming demo. Oh, another thing I need to fix is the GIF, because this GIF, like, it kind of like cuts off the top and the bottom, and I need to fix that as well. Another thing that we gotta fix. What else that needs fixing? On the report, oh yeah, I needed to do another fix. So add start and time date. Let's change that programming color. I don't like that. Let's go to our categories. And my mouse is just not. What should we do for the color? We do like a really bright green rather. I also need to fix that. What's another task? Have color picker post color to form. Yeah, that's another fix. Which I would put that above the other stuff that we need to do. All right, so let's address the color picker next. But we should be able to commit the changes here. Or shimmer added for task home and interlock point button. All right, so those are the changes we can complete for that. All right, so let's do another branch. So first we're gonna do git checkout main, and now we should be on main. Okay. We can pull the changes that have happened for main. Now we can run git checkout. Git checkout bean. What are we working on again? We're working on I thought we weren't doing fixed reports yet. We were working on color picker post. color picker post. Right, so now we are on that branch. Go ahead and publish it. I'm creating branches because I'm linking my work now to, what did I just do? I compiled something. Gosh, I hate it when I do that. But where did I put it? I'll figure it out. It should come up. Never mind. I guess I didn't click on it. I don't know. Yeah. So the reason I'm doing the branching now is because I linked myself to DevOps. I'm using DevOps now, and I'm actually going to start doing a lot of CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment. And I want to learn that because as I progress to building more applications and making them available, you know, either free, and then making maybe some features be part of like a premium, I need to be able to develop a more continuous integration, continuous deployment methodology. That way I don't have to bother users with constantly having to come back to my site to come and download the updates. I can automatically do all the updates myself, more specifically for the premium, right? So you're offering a premium product. The premium product should be able to share, should be able to have a more dynamic way of updating. I want to be able to do a CI/CD pipeline, because if I do a CI/CD pipeline, it automatically does all my deployments, all my artifacts in the right spot, and it provides me a way to revert changes. And then if I want to bring anybody into my team to work with me on developing these solutions, I can go ahead and have a more robust system where we can all work together and not have a fear of breaking things. And that's why I'm implementing DevOps into the mix. All right, so color picker post. So we have this color picker dialog. Have relative path. All right, so my computer, I don't know what it is, but here recently I've been having a lot of lag with my mouse. So the category form has a button that that opens that color picker. We're gonna plan to 9 to 15. Let's give it some context. The reason that the architecture was set up this way is because that color picker was not allowing us to do the drag and drop while it was within certain components of Fluent UI. I'm debating we should add a toaster. We might need to add a toaster. If we go with the one button option, we need to add a melody. If we go with the one button option, we need to add a toaster functionality to let the user know the color selected was copied to the clipboard. And they can now paste the value to the field. As always, ask any clarifying questions if you have any. The next, actually, one more thing I need to do. The task form does use the category form. Yeah, so the category form does the same thing. And I believe the category form with the color picker, that comes from the Webpart store. Let's add that to the relevant files. I do this again because instead of having to have Claude go into my code base and review and try to find what I'm talking about, if I give it all the relevant files, it saves a lot of time and a lot of resources from my, I don't have the unlimited AI, so I do have like usage restraints. I do this for free, so I try to use as much as the free resources that I can, or I'll do like the cheapest level, like the cheapest option on the AI options. Because it doesn't do a very good job. Sometimes you see that I use it, but I have to go back and fix a lot of the things that it does. So I gotta give and take. How should the selected color be delivered to the form? Direct form injection? Yeah. If it can do it that way, I would assume, I'm assuming it's asking that it can do it that way. Let's try this one, because we're in a new branch, so at the end I'll just merge everything. I'm doing this so that I can, again, DevOps, and I want to start getting used to implementing features, implementing changes through DevOps, and then I can come up with a very, have you ever noticed that when you have an application and you, like, even on your phone, it gives you like a little list of all of the features that have been updated, all the bug fixes, and it just gives you an explanation as to why it is recommended that you update. It could be something as simple as security features, something that you won't necessarily see, but on the back end it's there. DevOps and CI/CD allows us to do that. So the users will still have the ability to choose whether or not they want to update or not, but it'll give them a nice little list of all the features that are going to be implemented with the latest release. Okay, so we're going to use a substance store to move the value into the category form, which is, I think it's a good idea. We can use that global state. Let's see what it does. I think this is going to be the last thing I do. I might come back later. What is that? Like, I'm new to this, right? So I have to go feed the dogs. It's lunchtime here where I am, but how does it work? Like, do people just put like, I'll be right back? Or I need to start watching more streams to see what people do whenever they need to step away for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Yeah, according to this, it's done. Let's test it. So if I go to categories, I want to change demo to be like a bluish color. Like this. Oh, perfect. Now if I go back, ooh, demo's still purple. Oh wait, that's streaming. Demo is the nice color. Let's go and change streaming now. What I like about this is that streaming, one of the things that I was watching a video on the app that I'm kind of emulating here, and one of the people that use that app, they're like, what I don't like about it is that I can't pick my own color. So if I go here and I type in which color X code, so it looks just like it's 644, and then I can just type it in. Watch. So I go back to my app. Cancel that. Oh, invalid. I mean, it's a valid color. Could it be because of this? Oh, I have a space. That's why. So bug there, right? There's a bug with the color picker because whenever there's like an empty space at the end, so let's fix that. What is that field called? It's in the form, right? Obviously. Oh, get rid of this. That gets rid of that. Linter's happy. I'm happy. So category form has an error. Because this cannot be null. Perfect. All right, so that's been fixed. Let's do a quick fix on the field for the color, and that was on the category form. PT color. I noticed that when I color in from another page, I was not aware. Implement a change to trim. Which also, it needs to be part of the validation. So that it knows what I'm talking about. And I think that will fix that issue. I know there's other issues that I need to fix on here. One of them I know has to do with going on break. Done. Okay. So on this one, let's go back to our category and test it. Categories. And it was this one, streaming. Okay, so it does it automatically, but I don't want that pound EE1857. Okay, that's good. So it looks like it's working. All right, cool. Yeah, it's all working. Perfect. So that takes care of that bug. The only other bugs that I have is this go on break. If I click on it, let's just say I want to go ahead and get out of here. Like, oh, it's working now. Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm debating like right here when we go on break is to have maybe like you know how Google has those little doodle things where you could play like a game. But if you're trying to use this for genuine work, like you know, like you're using it for Pomodoro, where I think that's how you say it. Where you're like, for me, you know, one of the biggest struggles I have is focus. I can easily lose focus as I'm going through my day, and what this will do is it will this helps me focus, and when I go on break, it really means like take a break, like don't look at the screen. And I do have like a little alert, like a little, you know, kind of like a doorbell, like telling you, hey, break is over, time to get back to work. But anyway, I don't know if that would be a good ad or not. I've been considering it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for me today. I don't know if I'll come back later. I haven't decided yet. But if you're on YouTube, thanks for watching. Twitch, Kick, thanks for watching. I've never done this before, but what would it be like if I take the 1 or 2 viewers that are watching my channel and rate somebody? I wonder what that would look like. I'm too little of a content creator still. So I'm probably not gonna do that. It would look kind of silly. But anyway, thanks for joining. I hope that you continue on learning. Don't let the whole idea that AI is gonna take everybody's jobs discourage you. If anything, I've just shown you that AI doesn't do things perfectly. You still need developers to work on it, because it does make a clobber of a mess sometimes, and we need developers to fix it, and we need developers to do a good job and build good applications. And if there's anything that I could demo for you, is the fact that AI doesn't do all the time the best of jobs. So keep it up, don't give up, and thanks for joining. Catch you on the next one. Peace.